What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, so I was doing a little bit of an experiment here on my own account, playing actually quite a few modern battles. Now, I had dropped all the way down into bronze just because I would come play a couple of battles here and there and then not do anything for the rest of the season. Of course, drop down 2 levels, do the same thing again next season, right? Play 1 or 2 battles, not enough to go high, right? Not enough to move anywhere, but just to see what the competition is like and then completely drop down. And what I have noticed, all right, and you can see here, I'm going to have the data to back it up. Look at all of these wins. Now, a lot of them are probably over the liquidity bot accounts, right? So if something doesn't have a guild, then I'm assuming that, it's probably just one of the liquidity bots. But every so often, I'll face someone like here, this account, Heart Philia, right? Level 2 Thaddeus Brood. Level 2 Aquatus here, right? Splinter Gods, Shadow Crawlers, Meta Cult, right? These all seem like they could be real players. And what was I doing? Well, here's the thing. I rented out my deck entirely, right? The only cards I'm literally playing with right now are the Gladiator cards, or sorry, not the Soulbound Reward cards that include the Gladiator cards, right? And you can see just from what I've been doing, I was cleaning up throughout Bronze and Silver. I made it all the way up to Silver 2, right? And now I'm starting to face, level 8, and I should have won this game. This is actually kind of terrible. The RNG on this was awful. But you're seeing that I'm starting to face some higher level folks here in Silver 2. But if I go to leaderboard, for example, I had a win streak of 16, which was awesome. So what am I getting at with this? What is the quick takeaway from this? I actually think, and I know this is probably going to be unpopular, but maybe it just needs to be said at this point. I think we need to rotate Chaos Legion out of modern format, simply because what's going to end up happening is that if the rewards end up being really good, right, you're going to have a lot of folks that are come in even with their older alt accounts, right? I'm doing this on my main account, but I could probably do it with some alt accounts that have gladiators on them. They'll be able to come in, they'll be able to dominate right away, and it's not going to create a good experience for a lot of new players, right? New players, all they can do at this point in time is come in, rent, a bronze level deck just to get started, and then they're going to run into people like me, right? Absolutely murdering them with level 8 Soulbound Reward cards and gladiators. And again, maybe that's just, now that I'm no longer in bronze, obviously I'm not going to see them, and maybe that problem solves itself. But I'm starting to get behind the idea of what comes after Rebellion. Now, I know we are still miles away from that, but the time frame that I've talked about in the future, right, anywhere between, we'll say, April to July of next year, the more I run into things like this, I'm just like, it's got to be April, right? That would be, the reason it's April to July, right? I'm looking at a 15 to 18 month, right? Or maybe we'll say March to June, a 15 to 18 month time frame. Now, Matt has said, ideally, I think he's looking to do 18-month cycles, but that was when I think we were still assuming we get a mini set somewhere in the mix. Obviously, we didn't get a mini set this time, which makes me feel like we should probably switch a little bit sooner and go on to a 15-month cycle. It'd be better for the team in the sense of they would have, a little bit more regular revenue if they're those big tentpole releases. It'd be better for the team and not for the team. Well, yes, for the team. It'd be better for the community and the players as well, because there would be, bigger shakeups to the meta. Between 15 and 18 months, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think at that point, if you push it up a little bit, it allows people to, have a little fun with it and, shake things up. And then, of course, it'd be good for the economy, because every time we do something like that, assuming that we're in a good place and getting to a better place, right, with each subsequent release, those are massive drivers for locking up DEC or burning DEC, and of course burning SPS. So again, that's really far out in terms of cycles. All I'm saying is at this point in time, I'm slowly starting to get a little bit more convinced that we should be moving towards whatever comes post Rebellion. And as I said, I don't think that it should come out in this year, right? Rebellion sells out in December, or sells or burns out in December. And unless a massive slew of players come in September, so a month from now, and Rebellion sells out and it's just massive amounts of chaos, right? Sorry, not pun not intended there, but just massive amounts of chaos similar to what happened in 2021, which I don't think is going to happen. That is the only time I think that we should maybe consider doing something really early. But at this point in time, I'm assuming Rebellion, sells or burns out in December, and with hopefully what we're all expecting in terms of like a crypto wave in Q4 of this year, Q1, Q2 of next year, I think it'd be perfect time to do it. Move it up and do it in Q2 rather than Q3. Like early Q2 rather than late Q2, or even like late Q1, like a March or April release. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I don't know anybody else. I don't know if anybody else has tried this. Just going from the ground up with soulbound cards only, right, and gladiator cards. It was kind of fun just ripping through other teams. Obviously, again, I know a lot of them are bots, and so this may not be the best representation, but I'm just trying to share my experience here on what it was like going from bronze 2 or bronze 3 up into silver 2. And so far, it's been fun. I'm winning like over an SPS per game, 1.3, right? So the SPS earnings here are fantastic. It's just the glint is awful, and I need glint upcoming for the new Soulbound reward card. So I'll still be going over into Wild where I can get a little bit further and earn more glint, but that's a little bit of an aside. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.